I'm into agriculture. I'm doing livestock farming. In the livestock sector, I'm doing cattle, basically cattle for beef, although I want to venture into cattle for dairy as well. I'm doing piggery. I'm doing goats and sheep and local poultry. I plant groundnuts, millet, a bit of sorghum, maize, and beans. Those are my principal crops. Much as I'm living here, we've grown up in Entebbe, and there's an old woman who I used to buy milk from, and she has a biogas unit. And I was mesmerized by the fact that she was using biogas for cooking and biogas for lighting. So I've always desired to have a biogas unit. Then when I came home here, just along Soroti Otuboy, there's an old man who was a friend of my late dad. So I visited him and I found him using biogas. He introduced me to Biogas Gurus because they invited people who are interested in biogas. That is where I ended up with a biogas unit, okay? We went into discussions on what it would take to construct a biogas unit. And I thought it was very, very feasible, and also to be a very good example for my community here at home. Teso in general is a cattle keeping region. We have cattle, and we are not maximizing what we can get out of cattle because we're basically using cattle for beef, very little milk. So the use of the waste of cattle brings something new into this whole value chain of beef production. So that is why I was very, very keen on seeing whether we could get into biogas production. Personally, I'm actually an asthmatic, and cooking with firewood or even charcoal is always a challenge for me, has always been a challenge for me. I got into contact with Biogas Gurus and they gave me the details of what I needed. Luckily, I had some of the building materials at home. I think it took probably about a month for us to eventually get ready to come and start the works. First and foremost, I like hot tea first thing in the morning, as early as possible, okay? So you can imagine waking up to make sigiri or firewood to make hot water for tea. Now all I need to do is turn on the gas, and in less than 10 minutes I have hot water for tea. Within the homesteads, the most common source of fuel wood is firewood, okay? Firewood comes with its own disadvantages. There is smoke, but there's also sourcing the firewood because trees are no longer there to cut. Being mindful of the environmental issues, for me, biogas has made a very big difference and a very big contribution. Following your training, I keep local poultry, and we used to mix maize bran that we give the birds with water. Subsequently, we are now using the biogas slurry to mix their feed, and there's a very big difference in the weight levels. When you lift a chicken, you feel it's a lot heavier. Then for my pigs, I'm also using biogas slurry to mix their feed, and they are looking very healthy. And in terms of quantities of food that they are consuming, especially the pigs, the consumption of maize bran has gone down because of the use of biogas slurry. I have just started the piggery, so I cannot say that I can come out and clearly state whether my income levels are going to increase. But the fact that expenditure on feed has gone down means that there's already a benefit into the likely income gains. Then if you look around, I'm doing a bit of crop farming as well. I've been using the biogas slurry for the banana garden. Everybody here who comes here visiting comments on why the bananas are so green despite the heat, despite the drought. Then I've got a small cabbage garden, vegetables there. They've also performed fairly well because of the biogas slurry. Then we fertilize the oranges. All that we've been using the biogas slurry. So those are the benefits we have realized from the use of biogas, not just for cooking. I am actually aware that the Netherlands government is very supportive of energy saving technologies as a means of averting the crisis we are getting into when it comes to environmental degradation. So all these efforts going to sensitize not just people in Kalaki but countrywide should amalgamate into reducing environmental degradation and improving the welfare of the local communities. I want to start by sending my gratitude to my mother. If Mommy had said no to this project, then this home would not have hosted biogas project as the first one, I think, within this community. Through the Netherlands government, I understand that a number of programs are taking place in the country. One is being implemented by Biogas Solutions, partly also by SNV, and then by GIZ. So all these efforts going to sensitize not just people in Kalaki, but countrywide, should amalgamate into reducing environmental degradation and improving the welfare of the local communities. And as a woman, the health of women would be greatly, greatly improved by the promotion of biogas. So, Government of Uganda, thank you very much.